What's normal at 3 p.m. but terrifying at 3 a.m.? A phone call from parents or relatives, etc. The sound of an ice cream van. Children playing outside. Someone knocking on the door. The sound of a branch breaking when you're outside. I once saw a little kid's birthday party at a park super late at night, like almost midnight. I didn't understand why, like my brain said this is some creepy stuff, they are gonna eat you for the birthday cake, so I just kept on moving. Tornado siren test, guaranteed it's not a test at 3 a.m. That's the same sound used in Silent Hill, when the fog world transforms into the otherworld. I actually never knew it was for tornadoes until long after I played the game, so honestly it would have frightened me at any time of day. Breaking news. It wasn't 3 a.m. but still somewhat late, as both my dad and I were in bed when we got alerts for a special presidential address for when SEAL Team 6 killed Bin Laden. I remember knocking on his door and yelling, "Dad, Dad, we need to go. Turn on the TV." It was just us living there. I don't know why I was yelling. I was thinking that maybe someone was assassinated or we were about to be attacked, expecting something terrible. Dog standing at the top of the stairs and barking at something on the main floor. House sounds. During the day, if the house creaks or whatever, who cares? If it's night, holy moly, demon in the darkness. The door opening. My girl works overnights, and last winter I wake up to my door unlocking. So I go and investigate. She wears a massive parka in the winter, so as a shadow, no lights on, I see someone walking into my home, shoulders about 4 feet wide. She got home 5 hours early. I was freaked out pretty good. Looking in your bathroom mirror. I've decided I either have to look right in the mirror or close my eyes when I pass it. No in between. If I just walk past the mirror but notice it in my peripheral, I'm convinced I'll see a shadowy figure move out of the corner of my eye and die of panic. My Google Home on maximum volume saying microphone disconnected, microphone connected. I live alone. Car pulling into your driveway. One night, right around New Year, I thought I heard something in our driveway. I looked. It was snowy and very quiet, right around 2 a.m. and it was no car, but 2 people sitting underneath our mailbox, waist high in the snow, just sitting there, not moving or talking. It was so freaky. The snow was going pretty strong, and we are well in suburbia, where there is noon walking that late because there is nothing like bars or clubs or anything around walking distance wise. Okay, so I sit there terrified and thinking these are intruders just resting quietly, as we live on a very steep street, and as soon as they even make a step forward, I'm calling the cops. In retrospect, how stupid that I'm waiting to be attacked. In any event, these 2 people sat in the snow for disturbingly long time. Then I started to kind of worry if they are okay or too cold. Eventually, they got up and quietly embarked further up the hill/street. They did not have anything on them, not even sure if they had jackets. They did not talk. They were super creepy. Again, in retrospect, they were probably drunk, reasonable people walking from a neighbor's house or party back to their house. But at 3 a.m. and sitting in front of my house, it felt like the intro of a horror flick. Taking a walk in the woods alone. My teenage daughter and I were out camping in the woods when she shook me awake at about 2 to 3 a.m. She said she heard something and it kept freaking her out. I asked her what it sounded like, and she said, "It's a weird screeching sound, like an animal, but playing on a loop like a tape machine out in the forest." My blood immediately ran cold, and I said to her, "Do not tell me this right now." We went outside of the tent to see if we could hear it, and we did. It was pitch dark. The sound was faint, but sounded exactly how she described it. It was the same scratchy sound looping over and over again intermittently. We had just recently seen the movie Annihilation, and she thought that accursed hybrid bear was going to come out of the woods and get us, lol. We were so terrified. I grabbed a blanket and we slept inside my locked Jeep. We survived with no bear attacks, lol. But the next day we were walking through the campgrounds and came across an RV with Halloween decorations. The source of the haunting noise coming from the woods was a Grim Reaper figure that would light up, howl, and shake, and it was set off by motion detector. It played the shrieking noise over and over again on a loop. We laughed, but wondered why they would leave the damn thing on all night. Neighbor using a chainsaw. I woke up in the middle of the night thinking someone was idling a chainsaw in our yard. Turned out that it was just noise from the main road being repaved. But I reassessed a lot in the 10 minutes I was not sure. Bedroom/bathroom doors and even plaster walls are useless against chainsaws, and I had not mapped out a strategy for dealing with a chainsaw wielding attacker at that place until that night. Anything involving schools and students, them being there or leaving there, whatever, brings me back to high school theater days. The week leading up to one of the major productions was called Tech Week. Officially, we called it Hell Week. Non-stop dress rehearsals, not uncommon to be at the school, running the show, until 2 to 3 in the morning. A school bus going slowly down the street. At one point, when I was younger, my parents convinced me that there was a headless bus driver. He was always early, and you were always late. If you missed the bus, he would come back and take your head at the end of the school day. The last part was a joke. They had me flipped out for a bit there. I made sure that I never missed the bus in the morning ever again. Someone saying your name. The fact that I have to get up at 5 AM. The chair you put your clothes on. Someone ringing your doorbell. Motion detection on a home camera. Teenagers walking in a group. One time there was a group of 10 of us walking around playing Pokemon Go at 2 AM and someone called the cops on us thinking we were troublemakers. LMAO. Driving with your headlights turned off. 2 people carrying a rolled up rug into the back of a van. The goddamn cat deciding it's playtime. The sound of the ice maker when a cube falls. Scary every time. Listening to ghost stories.